In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the first things to do when you get your brand new iPad. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the very first things you should do with your iPad so you can be using it like an expert from the first time you take it out of its box. So let's get started with today's video, the first things you should do when you get your brand new iPad. Once you get your brand new iPad powered on just by holding the power button located on the top right corner of your iPad, we're gonna get our iPad all set up so we can start using it to its maximum potential. Now, of course, our iPad's gonna walk us through all of these steps on its own, but I'm still just gonna quickly take you through the setup process just in case there's any confusion. So on that welcome screen, just swipe up using your finger, and now we're just gonna select our primary language. Next, select your country or region in which you're located, and then it's going to take us to this quick start menu. So you'll see it's a really fast process to get it set up. We're just going to select set up manually, and then it's going to ask you to select your Wi-Fi network. As my iPad connects to my Wi-Fi network, I just want to point out this connect to Mac or PC option. So if you don't have access to your Wi-Fi network from this setup menu, you can use your Mac or PC computer to set up your iPad, since you do need a Wi-Fi connection to be able to fully set up your device. I want to take a quick break to invite you to join AppFind VIP, our email newsletter where we're sending out the best mobile apps and mobile games to be sent directly to your email inbox. Now, either use the link in the description or go to appfindvip.com, and once you're entered on our email list, you're automatically going to be entered into AppFind giveaways where we're giving out incredible gifts like iTunes gift cards and Google Play gift cards every single month. All you need to do is join our free email newsletter on appfindvip.com, and you'll automatically be entered into our monthly giveaways. We can't wait to see you inside. Go to appfindvip.com or use the link in the description to join AppFind VIP today. Now that we're connected to our Wi-Fi network, Apple's just quickly introducing us to this data and privacy icon, the two individuals shaking hands. So whenever you see that icon appear on your display screen, that just means that Apple's trying to collect some of your personal information. So just be aware of it whenever you're on different Apple applications. So we can just click continue. If you want to learn more about this, obviously just select the learn more option, but I'm going to click continue. And now we're going to quickly set up our Touch ID. So Touch ID is a way to get into your iPad instead of using a passcode. It's much quicker and more efficient, and it's actually located right on our power button on the top right corner of your screen. You'll see that it indicates that by showing you on the top right corner of your display screen, Touch ID. And once set up, all you need to do is just place your finger on that power button, and it's going to read your fingerprint. So let's select continue, because you definitely want to get this set up. And all you're going to do is you're going to run your finger on this Touch ID button until you fill this entire fingerprint. So I'm going to go ahead, get mine set up now. I suggest you do the same, and then we'll meet you on the next page. Now that that's set up, we can move on to the next page. But first, I just want to let you know that in the settings application, and I'll show you this later, we can actually set up multiple fingerprints for your Touch ID to pick up on. So if you want to get one of your fingers on both your right and left hand, you can do that. Or if you're going to be sharing your iPad with somebody else in your household, you may want to set up multiple fingerprints. All right, but now we can go to click continue. Oh, see, it says it right here. You can add another fingerprint. So if you want to do that now, by all means, go ahead. But I'm just going to select setup later in settings. Now we're going to create a passcode for our device. So you'll see right here, there's this passcode options button. When selected, you'll see you have the option of doing something other than this 6-digit passcode. So if you want to just do a 4-digit, a custom numeric code, or the custom alphanumeric code, you can select that by clicking passcode options. I'm going to do a 4-digit numeric code because I find that quicker, but if you want more security, obviously you can select a longer, more in-depth option. Now that that's set up, you're going to need to use that passcode anytime you restart your iPad. It will disable temporarily your Touch ID, so that's why we have that passcode set up. Now we're gonna wanna transfer any apps and data to this iPad. So you have a few options here. If you wanna move data from an Android device, if this is one of your first Apple devices, you'll select that fourth option. You can obviously transfer directly from an older iPad, Mac, or PC, or simply use your iCloud to do an iCloud backup. For the sake of this video, I'm gonna do this later, but I suggest you go ahead and sync all that data now, just so you don't need to worry about doing it later. Now we're gonna enter our Apple ID. This is really important because it's how we're gonna be able to use the iCloud, the App Store, and so many other Apple services. So obviously if you already have an Apple ID, just quickly go ahead and sign in. But if you don't have one, it's really important you go ahead and get that set up now, because if you wanna be able to use your iPad to its maximum potential, you're going to need one. So just select forgot password or don't have an Apple ID, and they'll quickly walk you through the process of getting one all set up. By now, we've gone through the most important settings on this setup process, so I'm gonna quickly run through these last few. iCloud Keychain keeps your passwords and credit card information safe and secure right on your iPad. I love it, I keep it turned on, but if you don't wanna use that for whatever reason, just select Don't Use iCloud Keychain. On the next page is Siri. We all know about Siri. It's the incredible voice assistant. I suggest and encourage you to just set that up now so you don't need to worry about it later. For the sake of the video, I'm gonna set mine up later. But if you wanna set that up now, click continue and it's gonna walk you through the next steps. Here we have screen time, which is pretty self-explanatory. It's just gonna tell you how long you use your iPad for. But the great feature with screen time is for situations where if you have children or you wanna monitor the amount of time somebody's using their iPad for and you want to set screen limits, you can use this screen time feature to accomplish just that. So I'm going to click continue, or you can go ahead and set it up later in your settings if you would prefer to do that. App Analytics is requesting you to share your personal app data with app developers. If you're okay with this, select share with app developers. But if you don't feel like sharing that information, simply select don't share. True Tone is an incredible feature, True Tone display, and what it does is it constantly will adapt the brightness on your display screen to be appropriate for the different ambient lighting conditions that you find yourself in. I'll show you right now what it looks like if I wasn't using this True Tone display. See, for the lighting conditions I have right now, it's not making a big impact, but it really comes in handy when you're using your iPad, say outside on a sunny day or in a dark environment. So I'm gonna leave mine on, click continue. For appearance, we can set a default lighting mode. So there's light and dark. This is what dark mode looks like. It looks really cool. But what I'm gonna show you later in the video to do is we can set up a schedule. So our iPad will automatically transition from light into dark mode simply based off of the time of day. So when the sun goes down, I'll show you how we can transition our iPad automatically to dark mode and then back into light mode when the sun rises the next morning. But if you prefer one of these two options, just select it and that's going to be your default appearance. And there we are. We're all set up to start using our iPad. Click get started, and now we can take a deep dive into the rest of our video. I want to take a quick break from our video to invite you to join this incredible application that's giving out millions of cash prizes just for answering quick and easy surveys. So if you want to start earning real cash today just by taking these simple surveys, use the link in our description or go to bit.ly/getquickthoughts. That's bit.ly/GETQUICKTHOUGHTS. Now, using this link is going to help support our channel, but more importantly, it's going to make sure that you get access to their best surveys that pay out the greatest rewards. Now, using that link is going to take you directly to the App Store. And if you look down here, you can see just some examples of the incredible, easy and simple surveys that are paying out real cash rewards. So go ahead, download Quick Thoughts, and then on the bottom left corner, click sign up, and it's a really fast and easy process to get signed up for Quick Thoughts, and then right away you're going to be able to start answering these surveys and being rewarded with real cash rewards. So again, the link's down in the description, or go to bit.ly/getquickthoughts to start earning real cash for taking easy surveys today. One of the first things I encourage you to get set up right when you get your brand new iPad is the display settings. So I'm going to show you my favorite way to configure these display and brightness settings. So to do this, we're going to open up our settings application. Then we're going to go to display and brightness. And then first off, we're going to set up our iPad's appearance. So we have the standard light mode, which you see here. And then we also have the option to enable dark mode. This is what the dark theme looks like. You see, it's really cool. I like it, especially at nighttime. It's going to change all of the different apps appearances. Everything is going to be themed around this dark mode when enabled. And then again, when you're in light mode, that will be the standard setting. So if you prefer one of these appearances over the others, you can simply select it and that will be your default appearance. However, I want to show you how you can set this up so your iPad automatically transitions between light and dark mode based off of the your sunrise and sunset in your specific time zone. So if you want to set up this automatic transition, we're going to turn on this automatic, and then under options, select sunset to sunrise. So again, when the sun sets in your given time zone, it's going to automatically put your iPad into this dark mode. When the sun rises the next morning, automatically you'll go back into light mode. So if you want to have it set up that way, just select sunset to sunrise, and automatically your iPad will be transitioning between these two appearances. The next setting I want to encourage you to turn on is True Tone. So True Tone is going to automatically adapt your iPad's brightness settings based off of the different ambient lighting conditions you find yourself in. This is especially useful if you're using your iPad outside on a sunny day or whenever you're in a dark lighting situation, because it's automatically going to adjust your iPad's brightness and you won't need to worry about constantly adjusting the brightness based off of the lighting conditions you find yourself in. So just simply toggle that to on and you'll be all set so you can start using True Tone. The last display feature I want to point out and just encourage you to get set up right away is this auto lock. So all auto lock does is it dictates the amount of time it's going to take your iPad to fall asleep and go back to that lock screen. The reason why I think it's important that you extend this to maybe 5 minutes is just because if you do a lot of reading on your iPad, it can get really frustrating given how big the display screen is. If you're maybe reading for the entire 2 minutes and your iPad continuously falls asleep, it can get pretty frustrating. So if you know that you're going to be staring at your iPad for an extended amount of time without actively touching the display screen, I suggest you go in here and extend this auto lock period. So once you have that set, whatever you leave it on is going to remain as your default setting until you go back into these display settings and change it again. Now I'm going to be showing you the best gestures that I want you to know about so you can start using them on your iPad. So the first one is for when you're on your home screen and you want to access your recently used applications. We're going to take 5 fingers and just pinch inwards on the screen like so. So you'll see when I do this, it opens up this list view of recently used applications. So from here, if I select on any of these, it's going to bring me right to that app. And then from this application, I can use that same 5-finger pinch gesture to go back to this menu. If I want to go back to the home screen, all we do is take a finger and tap anywhere on the screen and it will take us right back to the home screen. And the last thing I want to point out about this menu is all of these recently used applications you're seeing here are actually actively running in the background of our iPad at all times until we close them out. So these apps are, they are taking up some of our battery. So what we want to do and get in the routine of doing is going to this menu and then just clearing out of these apps. So to close out any of them, we'll just take one finger, select the app and just swipe upwards, which is going to close out that app. So once you go ahead and get all of these closed, you don't need to worry about any applications, taking up your battery life and running in the background. For the next one, I'm going to open up our Notes application to show you some typing gestures. Say you want to select one word in a sentence. All we're going to do is take a finger and double tap on the screen, and it's just going to select the word closest to your cursor. So ready, I'll do a 1-2 tap, and now that word is selected. Say I want to select the entire sentence. all we'll do is we'll take that same finger and then just do a 3 or triple tap. So 1, 2, 3, and you'll see now the entire sentence is selected. Once I have something selected, say I want to copy it. What we're going to do is we're going to take 3 fingers and pinch inwards on the screen to copy that sentence. So again, 3 fingers, we'll just pinch, and you'll see that it copied and cut that sentence. The reason why I cut it is because I'm going to repaste it now. And to repaste it, we're going to take the same 3 fingers, and instead of pinching inwards on the screen, we're going to pinch in an outwards motion. So you'll see right here, as I do that outwards pinch, it pasted what I had just copied and cut. Now I want to show you how we can undo and redo an action. So if we take 3 fingers and then just swipe to the left, you'll see it didn't undo of that last action. Now if I want to redo it, we'll take the same 3 fingers and just swipe to the right of the screen. And that's going to redo that action. So again, 3 finger swipe to the left is undo, and then to the right is redo. Now I want to show you some cool keyboard gestures. So the first one is, you'll see above like all the letters on our standard keyboard are some special characters, like numbers, and then different special characters like the @ symbol or hashtag. To access any of these special characters, you can switch the keyboard tab, of course, by selecting this button. But a faster way to do this is to say you want to do a $sign. It's right above the D. We're just going to take a finger and then swipe down, and you'll see it's actually going to select that special character. If I just selected the D, it's just going to type out D. But if I swipe down, again, it's going to select that special character. Now this next keyboard gesture is really cool, and it's going to allow us to move our keyboard and use it anywhere on the screen. So if you want to access this special floating keyboard, we're going to take 2 fingers and we're just going to pinch inwards right on our keyboard. Just like that, and now we have this floating keyboard, which by taking a finger on the bottom corner of it, we can actually drag it and place it wherever we would like. And now we have this functional keyboard that we can use anywhere on our iPad. When you want to bring it back to that standard full-size keyboard, we'll just do the same thing and pinch on it once again, except we're going to pinch outwards on it this time. You'll see when I was pinching inwards, it wasn't working. That's because the inward pinch will bring you to the small keyboard, and then an outward 2-finger pinch will bring you back to that standard keyboard. Now the last gesture I want to show you is one that's exclusive for you who have this Apple Pencil. So if you have an Apple Pencil, there's a really cool gesture that's going to allow us to take a screenshot. To do this, we're going to take our pencil and then just swipe diagonally from the bottom left corner of our screen, and it's going to capture a screenshot. So let me show you this. Take our pencil from the bottom left corner, we're just going to draw a diagonal line, and just like that, you'll see a screenshot is captured. Now we can also just go ahead and draw anywhere we'd like on the screenshot if you would like to, and then you can save that, and it's going to save these drawings that you just drew on there. Of course, to finish off a screenshot, you'll just click done, and then you have the option to save it to your photos or just go ahead and delete it. I want to take a quick break from our video to show you the incredible application Rakuten. With Rakuten, you're going to start earning real cash back just for shopping at your favorite stores. And not only can you start earning real cash back today, if you use our exclusive link, you're going to also earn an additional $20 cash just for using our link and signing up for Rakuten. So to claim this $20 and start earning real cash back for shopping at your favorite stores, we're going to go to bit.ly/getebates-bonus. Now, this link is also going to be found in our description, but again, it is bit.ly/getebates-bonus. Now, you do need to use this exclusive link to get the $20 because we have partnered with Rakuten to get you the best exclusive deals just like this additional $20 cash. Now, this also helps support our channel, so we do appreciate you using this link, but you're also going to earn this free $20 plus other additional exclusive cashback deals that you'll find inside the app. So once you go to bit.ly/getebates-bonus, you'll see all you need to do is enter your email, password, or you can easily link your Google, Facebook, or Apple account. Now it's completely free to sign up, and once you join and spend your first $20 on any of your favorite stores, you'll get this additional $20 cash bonus. So I want to show you inside the Rakuten application. So you'll see right away that there are just a ton of different stores giving you real cash back just for doing your typical shopping habits. For example, at Forever 21, they're giving you a 20% cash back. Finish Line, you can get 9% cash back. At Adidas, 6% cash back. Now the application's incredible, super easy to use. They even will separate their deals based off of categories. So you can see they range all the way from home decor and furniture to clothing, even food and restaurants. You can start earning real cash back just by using this incredible application. Now, if we go inside, say, travel and vacations, let's see what deals they have going on today. So if you use Vrbo, the incredibly popular company Vrbo, you'll get an additional $10 cash back just for having your Rakuten account linked. Expedia, you can get up to 3.5% cash back, 2.5% cash back from turnkey vacation rentals. As you can see, there's just so many options, and you're really just losing out on money if you're not using Rakuten. It's completely free to sign up, and you're gonna get an additional $20 cash bonus just for using our link, which again is bit.ly/getebatesbonus, or you can just go down to the link in our description and get signed up today. Now I'm going to be showing you how to access multitasking mode, an incredible feature that takes advantage of our large display screen equipped on our iPad. So to access multitasking mode, we're gonna open up any application, so say the Stocks app. And now once inside, you're gonna need to know how to access your toolbar. So to do this, it doesn't matter if you're in this horizontal view or if you're using your iPad vertically. All we're gonna do is go to the bottom of our display screen and just slide up a little bit. And you'll see now I have access to this toolbar and all of my applications that I have put in this toolbar. So say I wanna open up Safari while using the Stocks app. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab that application by holding down on it for a second, and then I can place it wherever I want on my display screen. So here we go. Hold this down for a second. Now I have grabbed it and I can place it on the left side or on the right side of my screen. You'll see it now split my display screen into both Safari and my Stocks application. When I use one, it's gonna run completely independently from my other one. So I can click on these different stories and it's not going to affect my Safari application. Of course, the same goes for the Safari app running on the right side of my screen. They run completely independently of each other. Now, if I want one of these apps to be larger than the other, all we'll do is just grab this cursor in the middle of our screen and then just drag it over accordingly. Once I'm done using multitasking mode and I want to close out of either of these apps, say I want to get rid of the Stocks app and have Safari take up my full screen, all we're going to do is grab that same cursor and then just slide it all the way until it pushes the Stocks app off of my screen. Now I'm just running Safari. It's an incredible feature. You can use it with any of your applications. And again, you just need to know that you got to pull up this toolbar by swiping your finger up. Then you can grab any app and pull it into multitasking mode. Now I'm going to show you how you can fully customize your home screen and app icon layouts just to your likings. So right now I have this set up in this bigger mode, which as you can see, my app icons are larger than the default layout that your iPad is set up on when you first take it out of its box. It's filling more of my screen and it's giving more spacing between each application. This layout, which is called Bigger, is only allowing me to put 20 applications on my home screen, whereas the default setting allows you to put 30 applications. From both of these layout options, we have access to this Today view, which I'm going to talk about more in a little bit, and I'm going to show you how you can customize this stack. But for now, I want to show you how you can access this app icon layout for your home screen. So to customize this home screen, we're going to go into our settings application, and then select home screen and dock. So just as I said, we have two different options. We have the default option that's labeled more, and this is what that looks like. You'll see the application icons are much smaller now. It's not filling my entire screen, but it's going to allow me to add 30 applications per page on my home screen. So the other option is the one I had just had it set to. It's called Bigger. And again, the only limitation is we can now only add 20 apps per page on our home screen. So once you have whichever one selected, I also want to suggest you to turn on this Today view. So when activated and enabled, we have access to this Today Smart Stack. And to get here, we just take a finger and swipe to the right on our home screen. So now we have all of these awesome widgets like our calendar, weather, news stories, maps, and so many more. And if you ever want to edit this, we're going to scroll down to the bottom, select edit. Select edit, and now we can take away any of these just by selecting this minus button. Then you'll see it's going to remove that screen time widget right from my stack. And if you want to add in a new widget, at the top left corner of our display screen, just click this plus icon. And now you'll see you have access to all of these different incredible features that you can add to your stack. So we'll add Siri suggestions. And to select that, you'll see we have a ton of different options on how you want this to appear on your stack. So I'm going to select this one. Actually, we'll select this one, the largest view. It's going to give me 4 different shortcut suggestions. And once I click this add button, it is now in my smart stack, and I can rearrange where it shows up on my stack just by grabbing it and then moving it accordingly to wherever I would like it to go. Again, if you want to take away anything from this stack, we're just going to click the minus icon and then select remove. Now, anytime you want to leave the smart stack, you of course just swipe over to the left, and when you want to go back to that stack, we'll swipe over to the right. Back into our settings, the last thing I want to show you is this multitasking. I suggest you keep this turned on. This is how you can access that multitasking mode that we showed you earlier. By default, it will be on, but if you ever want to shut it off, of course, you can go in here and then just disable these. And then the last thing is that I also suggest you have enabled is show suggested in recent apps in dock. So that's this toolbar right here. Again, you can access it when you're inside an application just by pulling up on it. But what this specific setting is talking about is the apps that show up on the right side of this toolbar or dock. So these 3 apps are either going to be your recently used applications or apps that Siri is suggesting that you use. So if your iPad picks up on you using, say, your Stocks app rather frequently, it's going to suggest that application for you. So these apps on the right side of this line here are going to be constantly changing, and they're going to be recently used and suggested applications. I love that feature. If you want to have it turned on, just leave this show suggested in recent apps and dock settings enabled. And of course, if you don't want that to happen, just select it and disable that setting. If you didn't already know, you can access your control center at any point just by taking one finger and swiping downwards from the top right corner of your display screen. Now, what this control center is it's an awesome drop-down menu that gives you quick and easy access to a lot of great features. Now, by default, the options that we have set up on this control center are a bit limited, so I want to take the time to show you how we can customize this control center so you can get all of your favorite features added to this quick and easy drop-down menu. So to do this, we're going to leave the control center and then go into our actual settings application. Then once inside, select this tab labeled Control Center. From here, it's really easy. If you want to take away any applications, just select this minus button, and then you'll select Remove, and it will take it out of your Control Center. But now if you scroll down, you'll see we have all of these different options that we can add into our Control Center. So for any ones you want to add, say alarm, maybe this QR code scanner, dark mode, guided access, maybe you want to have this Shazam music recognition feature. For any of the ones that you want to add, just select that plus icon and it will move up and be immediately accessible in your control center. Now, not only can we customize which features go into our control center, but we can also rearrange them so you have most efficient access to your top or favorite features. So to rearrange these, we'll just select these 3 lines on the right side of any of these features, and that will grab that specific feature, and then you can move it down or move it upwards on your control center, and it's gonna automatically place that feature accordingly in your control center. So now that we've customized this control center, let's leave our settings application and take a look at what it looks like now. You'll see now it's a lot larger And I could actually fill my control center all the way down to the bottom if you want to add in, say, all of these different features. And I'll show you what that looks like now. So now that I have all of them added, my control center is a lot larger, giving me access to all of these different features. But I suggest you just go in, customize it, and only add your favorite ones, and take away the modes that you don't think that you'll be using as much. So again, you just go to your settings application, then control center, and then click the plus icon on any feature you want to add, and the minus icon on any feature you want to take away. Thank you for tuning in to today's video. This was the first things you should do when you get your brand new iPad. This video showed you everything you need to know to get your iPad all set up to its maximum potential so you can be using your iPad like an expert the very first time you take it out of its box. If you found this video valuable, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel for more great content coming out soon. And also let me know down in the comments what your favorite part of this video was. Now, of course, don't forget to sign up for a free email newsletter, AppFind VIP, by going down to the link in the description or going to appfindvip.com. Once you're on our newsletter, you're automatically going to be entered into our AppFind giveaways, where we'll be giving away free iTunes and Google Play gift cards every single month to lucky winners. Thank you again for tuning in today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.